Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team.
Here we go.
Now the starting group for the visitors. P out there with Big Smooth. Then it's the franchise. Then there's baddest one. And it's Hughes in at the 3 slot. Here's Big Smooth. And here's the break. Here's prime time. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Adams. Swiped it away. Battle passes to Howard. Passes it to Battle. From beyond the arc, drills the three-pointer. First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to prime time. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's baddest one. They get it back. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. And the foul on Pete. That's his first foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Adams against Hughes. Fires from deep. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And the pass to Big Smooth. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the visiting team. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And guys, do you agree that they have to put the emphasis on their defense here early on?
I do. I think it's a great idea to play to your strengths, and defense is a strong suit for this group.
Well, it's something that they have considered their signature. The defensive end of the floor is something they bring every single game.
Pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by Howard. Pass to Hughes. Kicks to Howard. Here's Big Smooth. And a miss there on the triple. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Cool hands. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Here's baddest one. To the paint. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man and you deliver the ball right away.
Pass to Cool Hands. Adams outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to prime time. Good on the triple. Prime time's got 7 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
There's the pass to Big Smooth. Down low. It's tipped. To the inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Here's prime time. 7 points in the game. 18 feet out and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Kicks it to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Here's Goose. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low. And they're moving it up. Here's Hughes. Buries the long-range jumper.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Here's Goose. He kicks it to Adams. Ball's knocked loose. Hughes with it to the left side wing. Here's baddest one. Now Hughes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. To end the run. No good off the front iron.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
And the first one drops. Good on both. Here's Cool Hands. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
And I think, Greg, he just has to get them on the same page. With this kind of lax defensive effort, something has got to change.
And so here's the home team. They trail by 6. Pass to the machine. Here's Cool Hands. Here we go, all alone. Plays it in off the breakaway. Jay's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Cool Hands. Smith outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's his first trip to the line.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Boss is checked in for P. And the second free throw, good. Here's the Wizard. Here's the three. Bangs home the trifecta. The Wizards got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Now here is Smith, 5 to shoot. Shoots a three. Doesn't go that time.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
Adams, he's checked in for cool hands. Here's the Wizard. Adams defending. Here's Washington, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes the first. And so he hits both. And here's Smith. Pass to Cobb. Kept alive. Cobb just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Out left to the wing. Washington. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
It's deflected, and he recovers it. Clock at 6. Here's Adams. Tries yet again. He lays it in.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Here's Boss. And there's the pass to Washington. Out to the wing. No good on the three. Wilson left side. Out to Smith. To the wing right side. Here's Champ. Pulls up on the elbow. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
No good on that one. Williams, he's checked in for the machine. He hits the second from the line. So it's the visitors now. They have a 9-point lead. Passes to B. Here's Boss. Pass to Jay. Tries it from the top of the key. No good on that one.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
I'll tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
There's the pass to B. Goes up at the stripe. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Here's Boss. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to Washington. B, the pass to Boss. Here's B. Out of hand on it. Here's Champ. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
One shot.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The away team up 4. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
Now, here is Smith. B out there with Big Red. Then there's Jay. Then it's the Wizard. And it's Boss in at the 5. Rome in the paint. Cobb. Good on the short little jump shot. Champ's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Jay. Fires the 3. He's off on that one.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The 17-footer. They get it again. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Williams passes to the kid. Now the pass to Cobb. Count the basket. 8 points for him.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Pass to Boss. Here's Jay. Misses the 3. Jay's got it gone 1 of 4 from the field. Smith wide open. He fires. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Washington passes to Big Red. Pass to B. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. Here's Boss. Lays it up and banks it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Adams. Got a piece of it. Here's Smith. Makes it off the glass. Smith's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm. Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
It's a close game here in Philadelphia. Pass to Battle. Here's Big Red. Adams defending. The pass to Battle. Passes it to P. 6 on the shot clock. Yes, that goes in. P's got 6 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
P's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Pass to Primetime. Here's Cool Hands. The dish to Adams. Here's Primetime. Drills it from outside. 10 points for him. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Howard with it. There's the pass to Battle. Trying his luck deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Baddest one's gone 1 of 4 so far. Primetime, the pass to Cool Hands. That's tipped, and he gets it back. Cool Hands checked in for Adams. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now Howard passes it to Battle. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And just not able to find the target from 3-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Kicks to Howard. Pass to Battle. The 3. Misses for the 5th time this game, marking it 1 for 6. Right wing takes a 3. That one's not going to go. Good D by Howard. Out to the wing. And the pass to Big Red on the wing, Hughes. 3-pointer on the way. Cans it from downtown. Hughes got 6. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's Cool Hands. Over to the left wing. No problems knocking that one down. Cool Hands got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Ball stolen. Passes it to Primetime. There's Cool Hands. The stupendous finish in traffic. Cool Hands got 5 points now in the quarter.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
Here's Big Red. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Battle. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And it's 8 points for P.
That's a nice play. You have to read and react in an instant to have success on the offensive glass.
Adams against Hughes. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Takes the 3. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. To the paint, here's Cool Hands, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
The Machines checked in for Cool Hands. The visitors with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Hughes, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops. Mr. Moves checked in for P. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Goose. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The machine passes to Adams. A three-pointer off the mark.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
That ties the game. Here's Goose. Pass to the machine. Here's Goose. For the three. That shot, no good. Here's Mr. Moves. Here's Big Smooth. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Cool Hands. Kick out to Adams. Hits the three-point bomb. Adams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Adams has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. To the right side. Here's Battle. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
They grabbed their own miss. Adams, the pass to Primetime. Now here's Adams. Not a lot of room. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Cool Hands. Offline with his three.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Here's Goose. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Inside. Can't hit that one.
And really, they had the play all set up there, and then it just breaks down.
I can't believe they didn't pull that one off. Everything seemed there. They've got to be upset with themselves.
Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Goose has got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Here's Big Smooth. From deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Big Smooth's got 5 now.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a three on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Passes to Cool Hands. Adams in the corner. But they'll get another chance. Gilbert passes to Primetime. Here's Cool Hands. From deep three-point range. He can't get it to go. Here's the break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The away team, they lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Easy Breezy has been exceptional here, guys.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. They've got prime time. Goose out there with cool hands. Then there's Jay, and it's cool hands in at the 5 down low. Here's Gilbert. Misses off the left iron.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
We've got P. Baddest one out there with the franchise. Then it's Big Smooth, and it's Hughes in at the 3. Here's Cool Hands. Shoots from the block, and it's blocked. And they're running. Here's Hughes. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Hughes got 12 points in the game. Hughes against Adams. Pulls up, high post. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Cool Hands. Here's Goose. 5 to shoot. And that one goes long.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
And yes, it's good. Baddest one's got his second basket of the night.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for Cool Hands.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The pass to Big Smooth. Hughes against Adams. Hughes kicks to Howard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 5 points in the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Gilbert passes to prime time. Passes it to Gilbert. Over to the left wing. Here's Adams. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. And here is Howard. He's got 5. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Big Smooth. Launches a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Big Smooth got 8 points.
Boy, late on rotations, not fighting over screens. 180-degree turn from what they did in the first half.
Here's Adams. Offline from the top of the key.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Howard can't hit. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Adams' shot is good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's baddest one. The pass to Big Smooth. Shoots a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Big Smooth got 6 here in this quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Pass to Cool Hands. He kicks it to Adams. Here's Cool Hands. 8 points for him. Shot clock at 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That's his first foul. Champs checked in for prime time. Cool Hands passes to Adams. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Can't connect from short range. Pass to Cobb. Out to the right wing. Here's Cool Hands. Sinks the triple. Cool Hands got 11 points.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the three.
Hughes against Adams. Hughes, the pass to Big Smooth. Here's the Wizard. He's got 7. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
You can see the reason it can be a tough day down low, and he's going after it on the glass. Some serious length to contend with.
Misses from short range. On the wing, Hughes. It's stolen by Adams. Pushing it up. Here's Cobb. It's deflected. Cool Hands passes to Cobb. Here's Goose. And he's good on the 3-ball. Goose has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you know, a lack of effort defensively, and he gets a very good look from deep.
Here's the Wizard. Here's Battle. But they get it back. Pass to Hughes. Now the pass to Big Smooth. Another shot. And the layup is good. Big Smooth got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, in the second half, just hitting a much higher percentage of his shots. Really looks composed now.
Gilbert passes to Cobb. To the middle.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Heavy.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
Jay, covered by Smith. Jay, the pass to B. To the inside, Jay, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jay's got his second bucket.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Now, here is Smith. He has 6. Wilson kicks to Adams. 6 to shoot. picked his pocket. Pass to Battle for the three. Headshot off.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
It's tipped. Fast break, here they come. Pass to Boss. Trying his luck deep. Good on the three-point shot. 8 points for baddest one.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
Adams outside. Kicks it to Williams. Smith up top. The pass to the kid. Adams outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Adams has got 5 points so far. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. Passes it to Battle. Here's Boss. "13 feet away, and he gets it back. Shot clock at 5. The three. It's good from long range. 1:22 left in the third quarter. B's gone 1 of 3 from three-point land. Smith left side. Misses off the right iron.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratch. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Here's baddest one. He's got 8. He tries for 3. Sinks the triple. Baddest one's got 8 points in the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Smith the pass to the kid. It's rebounded by Boss. Boss has got his 4th rebound in this one. Fires from the wing. Pass to Mr. Moves. And the kid picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The machine's checked in for the kid. And there's the pass to Jay. That one, no good. Nice D from Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And that one misses. No good on the second free throw. B the pass to Jay. To the middle. Here's B. Williams with the block. And they'll keep possession. And so it's the visiting team going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. They've got Adams. The machine is out there with Williams. Then it's Smith, and it's Wilson in at the small forward position. Passes it to the machine. He dishes it to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he can't get the first one. Howard's checked in for B. No luck that time either. Here's Battle. Here's Mr. Moves. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Adams kicks to Smith. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That's foul number 2 for him. Primetime's checked in for Wilson. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Primetime. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's 13 points for Primetime.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Now here's Howard. And the pass to Mr. Moves. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Outside Williams. Goes up at the stripe. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Passes to Battle. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot.
That's his 3rd triple this half, and that's after hitting only 1 before that.
Adams, the pass to Primetime. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's baddest one, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Mr. Moves. Outside Howard. At the tip.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Big Smooth, he's checked in for Mr. Moves. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
The quick look, no good that time.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Here's Hughes. Three on the clock. Got a hand on it, but he gets it back. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. On Friday, then on Sunday. Here's Cool Hands. Adams outside. Ball's knocked loose. And they're on the break. Here's Big Smooth. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
The pass to Gilbert. Off target from outside. Here's Jay. Buries it from three-point range.
He's been heating it up since the break, getting some excellent looks right now.
Passes it to Cool Hands. Here's Cool Hands. And it's blocked. Here's Big Smooth. Inside. Hughes, good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Here's Goose. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the 3. Unable to get that one. Cool Hands gone 4 of 11 tonight. Here's Jay. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Adams. Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. Hughes against Adams. Hughes, the pass to Pete. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. Jay's got it gone 4 of 12 from the floor. Pass to Primetime. Adams outside.
Come get it.
Hughes with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. From deep. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And that's now 19 points for Easy Breezy.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Adams outside. From about 19 feet, the shot, no good.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Goose. Primetime, the pass to Gilbert. Here's Cool Hands. He kicks it to Adams. To the wing on the left. For the 3. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far. Cool Hands gone 5 of 12 from the field. There's the pass to Hughes. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the claw. The claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the fourth quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
Baddest ones checked in for Jay.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Big Smooth.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Adams releases from the wing and drills it. Adams has got 9 points here in the second half.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
That one a little long. Pass to Cool Hands. Had the space there, but it's offline. Cool Hands gone 5 of 13 from the floor. That's below 40%. Pass to Battle. Adams, right side. Drills it from outside. Adams has got 8 points in the quarter.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That'll be his second foul of the game. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor leagues straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
Here's Cool Hands. The rebound by Hughes. Cool Hands gone 2 for 5 tonight. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Primetime. Here's Goose. Here's Primetime. Adams in the corner. That 3 off the mark. Howard with it. Passes to Battle. Now Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Goose. He's guarded by Howard. And there's the foul. It's on the franchise. That's his first foul. Here's Cool Hands. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.